Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Communities in Metro Detroit banding together and suing Big Pharma over insulin prices. The lawsuits claiming pharmaceutical companies ripped patients off, and they did that for years. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 6. I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. According to a 2021 national study conducted by the CDC, 38.4 million people have diabetes in our country, and that comes out to nearly 12% of the U.S. population. So that makes insulin one of the most important drugs on the market, and according to a new lawsuit, one subject to a serious price gouging scheme. Victor Williams live on this story for us tonight. Victor.
Well, Devin and Kimberly, this is actually the first of a wave of incoming lawsuits against these drug manufacturing companies. Several counties, just like you said, are getting together and they're accusing these companies of price gouging. They're saying that the evidence is all right here in this 90-page report.
With a coupon, it's like $800. Yes. So it's very expensive.
Angela Moye says she's had to make some pretty tough choices because of the price of insulin.
Sometimes I'll have to, be like, the medicine is very important and also food to feed my kids.
She's not the only one. 1 in 6 Detroiters has diabetes. That's why the city of Detroit is partnering with Macomb, Monroe, Wayne, and Washtenaw County, officially filing a federal lawsuit over an alleged illegal insulin pricing scheme. Butch Hollowell is one of the attorneys involved.
The price of insulin has gone up 1,500% in the last 20 years. 1,500%.
The 146-page complaint alleges the largest drug manufacturers in the world have been partnering with pharmacy managing companies to artificially inflate the price of the medicine, therefore taking advantage of the people who need it the most.
We want injunctive relief and damages for all the money that got spent, the millions and millions of dollars, because of them getting together in private, in secret, and we have the evidence that they did that.
Mark Bernstein and others are demanding that the companies lower the cost and pay back those who have basically been robbed.
On behalf of our clients, we want our money back.
Now, this is similar to a lawsuit that was filed that has to do with the opioid crisis some time ago. We also did reach out to all of the companies listed on the lawsuit, and at this point in time, we have yet to hear anything back. In Detroit tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Well, we know you'll keep us posted, Victor. We appreciate your report tonight. In light of the Jennifer Crumbley verdict, many are raising concerns about the possible precedent it could set for parents.
Because many are wondering, when is it time to act when a child is dealing with a mental health crisis? Paula Tutman live with more on this. And Paula, you learned more about the clues that parents should be watching for.
Yeah, and I learned it from a young man who I've spoken to several times, and I'm so appreciative, sorry about that, I'm so appreciative of his ability to so astutely and sensitively take us inside the depths of despair so that we can understand what we're looking at even when we want to look away.
So for me, I was diagnosed with depression when I was 16. And then when I was 18, the beginning of my senior year of high school, I attempted suicide by going out of my 9-story bedroom window. And one of the biggest things that my family, my friends said is that no one had any idea.
Now knocking on the door at 30, Jordan Burnham travels the nation, speaking to parents, students, and teachers about mental health.
But a big reason for that is because of the mask that I wore. Trying to hide the pain that I was feeling, the sadness that I was going through.
Clinical psychologist Dr. Rose Moten is Local 4's resident mental health expert.
And I'll tell you this, Paula, there's not one parent that did not see the signs. There's many parents who, because of the fear of this unknown, because, who as a parent wants to see their child not well, that chose to look away in the hopes that this will pass. When you see a shift in your child's behavior, their thought patterns, even maybe more isolation, all of these things are red flags to investigate further.
Jordan agrees. That was the case for him.
There's no such thing as normal, but there's such thing as your child's normal and how they normally talk, how they normally interact, the body language that they usually have. One of the things that my parents, my mom especially, would say is that she could look into my eyes and she just knew something was off. like I wasn't there.
Dr. Moten says pay attention to clues like attention seeking, because even that can be a mask for something else.
My kid is coming to me every day with these complaints about headaches or stomach aches or these. My kid is coming to me every day telling me how ugly they are, unattractive they are, or my child is not eating. Whatever is out of the norm, and it's something that you're seeing on a regular basis, it doesn't hurt to investigate. And trust your gut. Trust your gut.
Jordan says very often the first line of early defense is simply a willing ear.
To know that there is someone that is there that's willing to listen, and having a reminder that you are there as a parent whenever they are going through something, it's great to be able to plant that seed for them. And it might not hit them, like I said, that day, not that week, but when they are struggling, they know there is someone there to listen, especially when it's their parents.
Yeah, both Jordan and Dr. Moten say never, never, ever get exhausted from asking your child or friend or a loved one. And by the way, there are resources, not just the suicide hotline 988, but, and by the way, you don't have to just use that if you feel suicidal. There are voices there, there are experts there who can help you navigate whatever you're going through to also help you de-escalate and help you get further help. But our ClickOnDetroit.com people, they are bosses, and they've put together a full resource guide so you can take a look at it to see what services are available for you in your community.
Take all of that advice, run it through what we now know about the Crumbly case. It's really captivating thinking, isn't it? Yeah. All right, Paula. An East Point man who hit and killed a beloved Hamtramck bar owner has learned his sentence. 42-year-old Eric Compton hit Brad Ruff and his wife while they were riding on a motorcycle back in August 2021. Ruff was killed. His wife suffered serious injuries. Well, today, a Macomb County judge sentenced Compton to 20 to 40 years in prison for operating a motor vehicle with a high BAC causing death, and 9 to 20 years for operating a motor vehicle with a high BAC causing serious injury. He was sentenced as a habitual third offender.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer laid out her budget proposal today for the 2024-2025 fiscal year. It comes in at $80 billion, which is smaller than last year's, which saw some help from federal aid dollars. Nevertheless, the governor called for an education funding increase, which included her calls for the creation of the Michigan Guarantee, which would make 2 years of community college free to all high school graduates. Whitmer also proposed spending $40 million on the state's water infrastructure. You can find more information on Whitmer's full proposal on our website at clickondetroit.com.
Well, if you stepped outside today, you might have needed to be reminded that it's February and winter.
That's right, not April. Brett Collar is in for Kim Adams tonight. Brett, if we keep this up, people might take out the shorts and the T-shirts. You know how we are.
I'm not predicting snow, but don't put the shovel away quite yet. Okay. Let's just get that out there early on. But yeah, really no complaints about these numbers here today as we topped out about 10 degrees above where we should be this time of the year. Tack on 10 degrees more, and that's where we're going to be on Friday. How about that? We're talking record-breaking territory. Clouds are on the increase, but we are dry. The rain is still well out to the west, but come this time tomorrow, it's going to be close. You'll want to keep the umbrellas handy if you're going to be out on your Thursday evening. As for this evening, just those clouds as numbers fall from the 40s into the 30s. By the way, our normal high this time of the year is where we're going to bottom out tonight. That's how mild the air is. We'll talk about that record-breaking day and also the rain. We'll time it out for you in just a bit.
Volunteers are working hard today in Oakland County installing a ramp for a person in need.
And Faith in Action of Oakland County says demand for ramps is growing. The charity is now getting help from local first responders who are helping with the installation process. Leaders say they're hoping to get even more people involved soon, too.
Now we actually have the police departments, soon to have the sheriff's department, hopefully, to be able to also help us in their own precinct in the city that they work in to be able to come and do ramps such as this.
Next month, the nonprofit hosting one of its biggest fundraisers, and our Jason Colthorpe will be there to MC the Dancing with the Stars fundraiser, and we'll, of course, bring you more as that gets closer.
Well, 1915, that's the year Babe Ruth hit his first home run in the Major League, and construction was just beginning on the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. And there was something else remarkable about that year. Longtime River Rouge resident Claudia Williams was born. And today, Local 4's Pamela Osborne joined her as she celebrated 109 years on Earth.
It's not every day we cover someone's birthday, but we just had to come to River Rouge today because Miss Claudia Williams is 109 years old.
The lights, the sirens, the acknowledgement.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
All for Miss Claudia Williams.
We just like to give homage to a person who has given us so much, showed us so much.
On her 109th birthday, she had grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and everyone else in town stopping by to show her some love.
Congratulations, ma'am. Happy birthday. Wish you many more good years, okay?
I never would have thought that she would get to be 109.
That's Russell, Miss Claudia's grandson. With his help, she's been able to spend her golden years at home.
I like to teaching kids, especially history and geography.
The retired teacher is still giving lessons and says the best things you learn in life won't come from any book.
We learn from each other things that you never would know from a book.
In all these years, through the ups and downs that life throws at us all, Miss Claudia says she needed them to understand the true value of life.
I found out that what I had, nobody could take it away from me. I would always have it regardless how old I got or how much I forget. I still would have that knowledge. That's something you can't buy.
Happy birthday, Miss Claudia. 109. Let's keep going.
In River Rouge, Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
We're in the middle of World War I when she was born, 2015. I mean, 1915. Yeah.
Still sharp as a tack,
Isn't that something?
too.